Hello, how you doing? Shanquilla Carter again. Um, I was reading this new book I got. Let me see. Let me show you what it is. I know the title is backwards, but it's the Book of Remembrance, the first and second books of Aki. And it's kind of hitting on some stuff in Genesis that I kind of had a thought on, or my own thoughts, and it also kind of lines up a little bit with other books that I've read about Adam and Eve and things of that nature. Adam and Hawa. But anyway, it's just kind of interesting. One of the thoughts that had me going is to look at spiritual death or disconnecting from Yah. When they did what they did, they were disconnected. Basically, they were connected to everything that He created, the rocks, the trees, everything. They could feel, basically, those things could almost speak to them through their feelings. And once they did what they did, they lost that connection. Basically, it's almost like losing the total power source and now operating only on generator energy. So, of course, most people know when your home goes down, unless you have spent a whole lot of money on a generator, your generator is only fueling certain aspects of the home. And so you only getting a limited amount far as a power, but you are able maybe to keep your lights or maybe keep your appliances on, but all the other things aren't working. And so I kind of see the same thing kind of in the situation with Adam and Hava, or Eve as many would call her. They were able to function still, but they had no connection. And so you look at it, a lot of times I believe that this world is still communicating, but now it's severed from us to ever have a understanding or comprehension. Of course, every once in a while, when you're born again, you can tap in and maybe hear some things, or the things seem to be speaking to you because they are. This is my belief that this world is moaning and groaning and is speaking and is desiring to have Yahuwah fully in control again. But of course, Hasatan has access to it because we gave over the dominion that we were created to have. We were created to be fruitful, multiply, and have dominion in this realm. And we gave that over in the garden when we submitted our authority over to, for one, the men submitted it to the woman, and then they both submitted to Hasatan, or to the Nahash, or the being that was being controlled by what we call Hasatan. I say it's Simarahaza, or something to that nature is what the fallen's name would have been, but it has many names. But it's pretty interesting. You see how you are able to function somewhat, but almost lethargic or out of it. When you're fasting, sort of, you kind of are functioning without the energy. But that's when you're trying to tap back into the real energy, the energy of Yah, not just off of food, off of nourishment, but off the spiritual. And when you get yourself in the right position, the humility and everything comes in, and your dependence stops being on your flesh. You tap in and you notice that you're able to do more. You're able to do things that the nutrition that's in your body says, oh, you don't have the fuel to do, but you're able to do it. We need to let go of the carnal state more and more. And, fasting does reconnect us. We could also use that fuel that we have from food and stuff like that if we were tapped in more. We could use our physical strength more. Those things could be more of a conduit for His power. But most of the time, when we give back full access to our bodies, to the strength that this world, gives, we do worldly things more so than kingdom things. We don't use our full factions and full functions for Yahuwah. You know, right now I'm about to go to work, so I'm going to be using most of my functions and factions for work and not Yahuwah. Yes, I can be a light where I'm at. I can be a light there, but they hired me to do security. So that's what I'm going to be doing mostly. You know, I get it with that, it's hired. We don't see that we're servants in sort of a matrix or a design, because we were actually created unto good works. We were created for works, not to work for someone, but we were doing the work of the kingdom. And yet most of the time we spend majority of our life working for an employer or someone. So that's necessary to do for us to provide, that has become necessary. But Yah is our provider. We don't want to not do anything, but it's a fine line. It's an interesting dynamic. But again, we're not directly connected to the power source, so we don't have full function. So we have need of other resources to do what we're doing. Ministry costs. That's why, a lot of times, you see people doing offerings and stuff like that, that costs. It'd be nice if people would actually let their spirit lead them and say, okay, that is good ground, and they sow into it without the need of someone having to convince them that there is a need. You should see a need and feel a need. Be your brother's keeper. That should, not just be for male on male, female on female. You see someone in need that's in your lineage, not biologically far as, like your mother, stuff like that, but someone from your tribe. Help them out. Sometimes you may not even get paid back. Hopefully they'll pay it forward, but the real deal is be the vessel that Yah created you to be. Be sensitive to his Ruach and move according to how he directs you to move. And then you won't have to worry about if someone doesn't pay you back, or if someone does not remember, observe that you've done something, because you did it unto Yah, and he'll take care of all the rest. So thank you. It's time for me to get out of here and get to work. Blessings and shalom. Blessings and shalom. Hallelujah.